When I was vice president, I flew over 1 million miles on Air Force Two, and I was going home as the United States as vice president. One of the conductors said to me, "Hey Joe, big deal, 200." You said you've traveled over 1 million miles on Amtrak. I said, "How the hell do you know that?" And they added it up at there. But folks, look.
Joe Biden is two different things. One, there are old men who tell long, boring stories, realize no one's interested, so they spice it up at the end. Like, I've driven guys in a cab that are telling you the most boring story about riding a Ferris wheel, and then they go, "And that's the night I met Joe DiMaggio." Right. You're like, "Oh, we didn't meet Joe. What's going on here?" But the difference is I was dropping that guy off as a home. This guy's getting dropped off in the Oval Office. It's a little bit more of a problem. The other thing is, when you watch him talk, watch this happen. Biden's speeches, when he goes off prompter, it's almost like a lottery drawing. You know when they're drawing lottery numbers on the news and the numbers are just bouncing around? 8, 19, 22, 33. He just starts talking and numbers are bouncing around in his head. Conductor, key, Amtrak, miles. And that's what happens. And sometimes we're getting the wrong numbers drawn and you get these incoherent ramblings.
Here's this Amtrak story again that is not true, and him just rambling on about it.
Yep.
Angelo Negri, senior conductor, walked up and said, "Joey, baby." I said, 1,200,000 miles, not counting as vice president. So I know a lot about trains. And Ange walks up to me and goes, "Joey, baby." So you know how many miles you travel on Amtrak, Joey? 2,200,000 miles. And I'm getting in the car and he goes, "Joey, baby, you've traveled over 2 million miles, Joe. I don't hear any more about the Air Force."
This is disturbing stuff.
He was dead times when he should have crossed.
Biden's Amtrak story, it's like Large Marge in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Right. You know, Pee-wee goes in and mentions someone who had died 12 years ago, and everybody's like, "What's wrong with this guy?" But in this case, he is the president of the United States. And it's a shame on the other networks that they don't highlight this, because you know who does pay attention to this? Maybe left-wing media doesn't, but our enemies do. People are watching, a president who quits talking in the middle of a sentence because he's done. Okay.
Remember Saudi Arabia had their version of SNL?
Yeah.
And they mocked that he...
that
he was out of it and wandering around.
And it's only going to get worse. Now
Vladimir Putin has brought that up too.
Yeah.